So look, moving forward, we got to talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers. What a bipolar season of NFL football we had. The Bears were the 1 seed. They lost, now they're the 7th seed. The Steelers were chanting, fire Mike Tomlin last week, and this week they're back to the top of the division. He blew a kiss to the camera as well after beating the Ravens. Guys, did this win take Mike Tomlin off the hot seat?
Hell no. A playoff win will take Mike Tomlin off the hot seat. This win ain't take him off the hot seat. Ain't no way. I got some important information for y'all. There's no better place to win cash while watching sports than PrizePicks. Football season is here and basketball season is here, so there's absolutely no better time to join. It's super easy to use. To create a lineup, all you got to do, select a few player stats, pick more or less. That's literally it. PrizePicks is available in more than 40 states, including California, Texas, my home state, and Georgia. But my favorite thing, PrizePicks is going to give you $50 in lineups when you make your first $5 lineup. What's that mean? Win or lose, you get $50 in lineups for free. Just download the app and use promo code SpeakEasy today. $5 gets you $50 in lineups. PrizePicks, it's good to be right. Ain't no way. Mike Tomlin hasn't won a playoff game, if I'm not mistaken, since 2017. A regular season win over a struggling Ravens team that I believe is now below 500 is not taking Mike Tomlin off the hot seat. And he shouldn't take him off the hot seat. The Steelers have been content with mediocrity, but the problem is, like, good is the enemy of great. That's why the Steelers can't be great, is because of this. I think Mike Tomlin needs a change of scenery. I think those players need a different voice in that locker room. And in all honesty, I think the Steelers need an offensive mind. Like, so long as Mike Tomlin can't get that quarterback position right, they won't win anything substantial. So I'm glad they got the dub. I hope they make the playoffs. I want to see Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs, but this ain't taking Mike Tomlin off the hot seat, nor should it.
Yo, my aunt just texted me. What's up, auntie? She talking about, yo, did he just call you Loser Street McCoy? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Clever Bear.
No, Mike Tomlin, though. Do you think that this win saved his job, or really saved his reputation moving forward throughout the rest of the season?
I think so. I mean, can we be honest? They had a 4 or 5 game winning streak winning games in that division. They let it slip away. Right? And everybody looking bad. We like, yo, there's no way that the hot Ravens is going to lose to the Steelers. Steelers look bad.
Yeah.
Yo, they turned it. They play good defense. Aaron Rodgers looked like the old Aaron Rodgers. Yo, they look good. They got DK Metcalf involved early. Listen, this might have saved his job. And last thing is, the Steelers don't fire coaches.
That's true.
They don't do that.
That's true.
They got the least amount of head coaches in the history of football.
Yeah.
They ain't firing no, ain't doing that.
Here's why I don't think it'll save his job.
They lead the division, Acho.
When you go back and look at it, though, 2-5, you'll end up realizing, wait, they beat a Ravens team that hasn't beat anybody.
That's true, too.
You know what I mean? Like, when you really go back and look at it, you're like, wait a second. The Ravens, they lost to the Bills. They lost to the Lions. They lost to the Chiefs. They lost to the Rams. They lost to the Texans. Who they beat? Oh, they beat the Browns. They beat the Dolphins. They beat the Vikings. They beat the Jets. They beat the Bears.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, when you ultimately look at it, this isn't a good Ravens team that they beat.
Who they got next? Who got next, Bear?
Yo, we got the Bengals again.
Yeah,
remember, they just lost to the Bengals.
Yeah, no, they're going against the Bengals again.
I think, so they beat the Road?
The
Steelers have the Bengals again. Pittsburgh's going up against.
So Pittsburgh beat the. Okay, hold up now. You told the world like
the Steelers have the Dolphins. Oh, it's going to be a good one.
So
yeah,
Dolphins is on.
They're on a win streak.
So they beat them. You cool with that?
No. No, I mean,
who they got? Okay. Oh, Detroit.
The Detroit Lions. You beat them, that matters.
They ain't beating Detroit.
You beat them, but honestly,
you beat Detroit. It shows you that they can actually go and beat a playoff team. Though.
Yes,
I agree with you. That is the question. Like Mike Tomlin has been unbelievable. He's been unbelievable as a head coach, getting them to the playoffs. Whenever they get to the playoffs, though, he has been subpar, and they have not been able to beat these teams. I think this year, if he doesn't get that playoff win, it's stale. It's getting stale.
This is my argument with the Tomlin though. Mm-hmm. I seen coaches that has terrible bad quarterback play, bad offense, and they don't go to the playoffs. They don't go to the playoffs. We're watching the Cowboys do that right now. Where you're a coach, bad quarterback play, not a really good offense, and you find a way every year to go to the playoffs. That don't matter to nobody.
But the Steelers, Shady, they're too good a franchise for that to matter. I think the Steelers have, 4 Super Bowls, 5 Super Bowls in their history?
They have 6 Super Bowls.
You only have what's in the locker room. And I blame a lot of this on Big Ben. I don't care if he hears this. When Big Ben started playing real crappy, and he said, out of his words, you know what? I think I don't have it no more. He said this to the world. You can look it up. If you're in the chat, Google it.
Not yet, though. Watch the show.
Right. And then when they decided, you know what, let's go get a quarterback, a first round, et cetera, a good one, you got all mad. Mm-hmm. You know what they did? You know what they did? They didn't get a first rounder. And then when you finally was out the door, because you set him back 7 years from there, so when you finally was out the door, they go out there and they get a Kenny Pickett. Now, was he a first rounder? I'm a pick guy. Probably not. They had to get somebody. So all I'm saying is that he sabotaged the franchise, and what Mike Tomlin has, he's winning with. If we playing cards, you play cards?
Yeah, of course.
I play cards. If I got a terrible hand, we playing blackjack.
Oh, yep.
Right? The dealer got an 8 showing. And I got 13.
Yeesh.
And I find a way somehow to get a 4, then get a 3.
Yeah.
What's that?
20.
20?
Yeah, you're chilling.
I'm chilling now. But I had to earn that. That's what Tomlin does every time. God thankful he's getting to the playoffs. He shouldn't get the playoffs with that team. You know why? Because I seen dudes like Belichick, who's supposed to be the greatest coach of all time, has a bad team with no real good quarterback play. You know what happens to him, Acho?
Whatever.
No playoffs. Get embarrassed. You know what? Let's fire him. Oh, let's not fire him. Let's both agree to walk away.
It's mutually part ways.
That's not Tomlin though, bro. So he needs to get some credit for winning with the bad cards he's dealt.
I'll ask you this though, Acho, because I think last week whenever we were talking about,
Bear.
I mean, I ask you as well. Last week whenever we were talking about Mike Tomlin, you mentioned that the quarterback position was an area in which, after Ben Roethlisberger, he has not been able to find a replacement to go win playoff games, at least consistently. Can you trust Mike Tomlin to make the right decision after this year? Because I don't think they're I don't think they're going to win a playoff game this year. I just don't. I don't think they're going to. Can you trust him moving forward to make the right decision to get a quarterback in place? Because he's drafted other guys and it hasn't worked. And that to me is why I think I've lost faith in Mike Tomlin being the coach moving forward for the Steelers.
You absolutely cannot trust Mike Tomlin to get the quarterback position right. Everybody has an area of expertise in life and in football, and Mike Tomlin's area of expertise is not at identifying or developing quarterbacks. That's why he no longer tries to. That's why last year he went with Russell Wilson. This year he went with Aaron Rodgers. Kenny Pickett swing and a miss. Mason Rudolph swing and a miss. Landry Jones swing and a miss. Duck Hodges swing and a miss. Josh Dobbs swing and a miss. Mike Tomlin doesn't know how to identify, develop, nor draft the quarterback. And the dilemma is the Steelers are too good to draft early. So you're going to roll into next season with a 42-year-old Aaron Rodgers and expect to win what? With an older Jalen Ramsey? With an older TJ Watt? With an older Patrick Queen? And expect to win what? What are you going to do? Trade up in the draft for Mendoza out of Indiana? What you're going to go try to get who? So to me, so long as Mike Tomlin can't identify, develop, draft a quarterback, you can't win in this league. The only reason he ever won that Super Bowl at the highest level, he had Ben Roethlisberger. And I think Ben Roethlisberger was Bill Cowher's guy. So the fact of the matter remains, Tomlin's a phenomenal defensive mind, phenomenal motivator of people. But the Steelers aren't going to win there. And to me, if I'm Tomlin, have enough foresight to walk away. At the point in which your fans are booing you, if I'm Tomlin, have enough foresight to say, oh, you know what? Bro, maybe I should go ahead and leave before it's too late because I'm no longer winning here. And you know that's truly how I hope it happens. That's how I hope it goes down.
Yeah, no, it's unfortunate, but it's time for a change of scenery for Mike Tomlin. It really is. Moving forward, though, guys.
That could be true, though.
Yeah, it is. I think he can win somewhere else.
You know what? I cried when Andy Reid left, but Andy Reid needed a new reset. Mm-hmm. And when he reset, he went to Kansas City, and you see what happened.
Yep.
Exactly.
And I think that's what would happen with Tomlin. The only question I have is, has Tomlin let the game pass him by? From a Super Bowl perspective. Because the coaches right now are offensive minds and offensive minded. You know what I mean? Shout out to what Mike Vrabel's doing right now. But remember, Mike Vrabel got beaten in the playoffs by an offensive mind when he went up against Patrick Mahomes and all that, although it was a baby Mahomes. But right now, the offensive minds are what's in. The Matt LaFleur's, the Sean McVays, the Nick Sirianni's, that's the NFC. The Dan Campbell's plus the Dan Campbell's. These are the best teams in the NFC. The Ben Johnsons.
Them guys are losers, though, Acho. Let's be honest.
Oh, wow.
But I just named the best teams in the NFC.
But you didn't name any champions.
Sirianni.
You naming guys to go to the playoffs.
See, I named Sirianni.
Hold up. You said Sirianni champion. Yep. And you said
Sean McVay.
Champ. That's it. That's all you did. That's it. Your guy from the Niners, great coach.
Yeah.
Not a winner. You name, who else you name?
Not a champion, Shady. He's a winner.
Sorry, not a champion. Who else you name?
Matt LaFleur.
He's a really, really good winner. Not a champion.
Yeah. Ben Johnson.
Oh, man. One of the best offensive minds. Not a champion.
Yeah.
But that ring.
But what?
That ring, I'm not going to say it has an expiration date, but it got cobwebs on it.
It definitely does have. It definitely has cobwebs on it.
Oh,
I was in high school, Shady.
dog.
Brother, I was a small child. We're talking about the Larry Fitzgerald, James Harrison running it all the way back.
Yo,
ring.
that's
I was
the last time they
I'm
won
good,
one.
bro.
Oh, I'll
good,
ask y'all
bro.
this too before we get off the Mike Tomlin. Roster wise, you can make the argument that he hasn't had as talented of a roster as other teams in the AFC. I'm just being honest.
You can make
you
the
look at what
argument-
these other teams have in the
Be
AFC.
honest, Bear.
But here's why I won't listen to that argument. Because a lot of that is on Tomlin. You get that quarterback right, who the hell knows what would have happened to, was it Claypool from Notre Dame? Well, you know what I mean? Like Mike Tomlin has had really good receivers. He's had really good skill players, and they've just all kind of been.
Hold up, man.
He's drafted poorly on the opposite side of the ball. If we're being completely honest.
What about him?
I'm saying, like, who knows how other receivers would have developed if, one, Mike Tomlin drafts differently. Mike Tomlin had Antonio Brown, Juju Smith, and Claypool.
Man,
Like, they all kind of, he drafts a bunch of characters.
Claypool told me that he's about to be one of the greatest of all time. I interviewed him. He told me that. Yeah. And I believed him. And he's like opposite. He lied to me.
Yeah, he been out the league.
Yeah.
Right, come on,
I mean,
man.
but yeah, they haven't won since I think they had their most talented core, which was the Le'Veon Bell, the Antonio Brown, the Ben Roethlisberger.
Who drafted him? Who drafted him?
I know. That's what I'm saying, Tomlin. But also, to Acho's point, it's back in the day.
That's a long time ago, Shady.
He might have been.
Well, you lived back in the day.
I mean, I
You
remember.
just told me today about 5 championships that you never even seen.
No, yeah, definitely. I mean,
All
I
right,
watch,
so
I
you
watch
back
on
in the day
YouTube.
too.
But like, bruh, I'm watching the Steelers' last ring in 480p. That's not cool.
What's AP? What's that mean?
It's the quality of the video. Like we don't
You
have
boys.
1080p is like the HD. Like
Y'all
super.
good with this social media stuff, huh?